Hi,
So hey,
Pranav.
Hey Devashi, how are you, man?
Hey, top of the world.
Acha, okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your business ventures and your marketing strategies and all?
Sure, absolutely. So I'll share with you a couple of things that I've been working on lately. So I learned about the funnel system a couple of months back, and funnel is basically a way of taking things right from the consumer end to your end, where you're providing your service or your product. And that is something I've been working on in the last couple of months, and I'm still working on right now. And the funnel is very interesting. So I had to design a free ebook of about 20 to 30 pages for my service. And design that free book, research about it, work upon it, use Canva and all the other tools that we have out there. Also use a lot of AI, and we'll talk about those tools in detail probably in the
Yeah,
next couple
obviously,
of
yes.
minutes, and use all of that to make the free book at the free end of the user, then design a landing page where I can provide that free book, and after that redirecting links to the actual website page to where the person can buy, and then the uploading of the course, finding the editors. So that funnel was something I was working on, and currently I'm also working on a longer version of that ebook which I can actually use to sell. And that being said, that's pretty much what has been happening in the business. Apart from that, I've also hired a full-time Instagram reel editor, and I've
That's
been
amazing.
shooting reels every single day, or at least scripting them. And the rate at which I'm just accumulating all the reels so that I can explode it, all of it, in the month of December. So like 2 reels per day. That is
Okay.
something which I've been working on. Yeah.
You're more of an influencer than the actual influencers I meet on a daily basis, by the way.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Uh-huh.
अच्छा, so what is the
Amazing.
strategy regarding this? मतलब देखो idea ये मिला कैसे? Like posting 2 reels a day, like like this
Right, right, right.
algorithm wise. Are you an expert in algorithms वगैरह या कुछ?
So, yeah, so I started as a naive person, as any person starts out as initial part of the journey, not knowing what it is. And I uploaded about 5 to 6 reels. You can still go on my Instagram for extraordinary alignment and see that the first 6 reels, first 4 reels rather, haven't played well. They've got 5, 50, 100, and 200 views, which is actually nothing, right? Any
That's
cheap
actually
content can
yeah,
get so many views.
exactly.
But one good thing, Pranav, what it did for me was it gave me the analytical insights into how well the reel is performing. So, Instagram algorithm showed me ki if I post a reel on Saturday and Sunday, evening 6 to 8 p.m., that is the time which my reel is most likely to blow up, depending on my content, right? My content is more of personal growth. So, that content plays well Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. That is the first part of the algorithm study that I did. Second part of it I did is the hook value call to action format. I learned it in a recent workshop that Raj Chamani did, and I learned it through him. So I started using all of that, and I saw dramatic shift in the way my reels were performing. So initially, the reels had just no such format; it was just random music and images popping up. But the moment I structured my reel in a good way, the first reel in which I show up had more than 1K views, and that was pretty cool. Like that was
Pretty
something
cool. Yeah,
really cool for me.
that's good traction. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I just thought ki I'll have to, experiment more with the formula so that the number of views and reach all automatically increases. And that is when I learned the Instagram algorithm works on two main things. First is virality of the content, how great legendary your content is. And second is the frequency. So more consistently you upload, better chances of you making it big on the algorithm, because there are billions of creators out there, dude, and
Exactly,
not all of them
exactly.
make it big.
It's all
And
about
that
the
is the
yeah.
time when my friend suggested, after he is an Instagram algorithm expert, he suggested that wait, upload 2 reels per day, select a month, accumulate reels before that particular month, and then just go on exploding and putting it 2 times a day. And that is how your chances of blowing up will dramatically increase. And that is how the whole project of real month December came into play.
Exactly, exactly. Perfectly.
Hmm.
Perfectly put it there, man.
Thanks a lot. And what are you working upon? I'd like to know what is happening at Grab It
Yep,
India
yep,
or its
yeah.
ventures. Yeah.
Before moving on, like I'd like to ask you a question basically. So, what do you think is
Mhm,
more viable for the future? Like creating your
mhm,
own brand value to a certain extent that anything you even remotely associate with, becomes a wonder to
mhm,
a wonder. It grows phenomenally. Or yeah,
mhm,
focusing on astute, problem statements for the market, and actually solving problems. So, like, which one of these do you think
mhm.
has the highest survival capacity?
So again, that depends on the influence that you've generated in the market, and that is something that I can say because I've been observing patterns, trends, and people for a really long time. So let's say, for example, there is this guy called Grant Cardone, real estate
Yeah,
mogul,
obviously, yes,
$4.4 billion assets under
yes,
management,
yes.
phenomenal guy. So
Hmm.
when you see his trajectory, now he was very good at sales. So he started out by focusing on that niche by creating content, creating free courses, paid courses, live workshops, online trainings, physical offline trainings, all of around the sales part of it, and he gained a lot of recognition for it because there was a big market gap. And the way in which he delivered his events and trainings was really something offbeat, something not offered by anyone else. So he started out with the niche content with the problem statements, focused solely on a few people. And as and when his traction grew, where a lot of people started following him, that is the time when he started diversifying. And then today he's diversified so much that he's generating billions of dollars in revenue per annum, but also anything that he remotely associates is also connected to his brand, his caps, his hoodies, his merchandising, something he did not even
Exactly,
plan to enter
exactly.
markets into. And now that is diversified. So like let's say for example a person starting out, it's better for him to just focus on one, two, or three markets if it's very important. But eventually diversification is something that's going to pay in long run. Like take for
Yeah,
example even Donald Trump, dude, highly controversial guy, but today he has businesses in things we can't even imagine. मतलब हर फील्ड
exactly.
में he has a business, dude.
Yeah, so
So
I think I personally believe कि जो लोग हैं Grant Cardone, let's say Trump, yeah, Andrew Tate, they have done a phenomenal job at monetizing the attention that they're getting.
absolutely, said it right.
Because yeah,
Nailed
it's
that.
true. 'Cause
Mhm.
I think we live in an attention economy. And if you can get people's attention now, you can. There's billions of way to monetize it. Like
Yeah,
you might see कि every
absolutely.
single person in history. Like it's like
Mhm.
every single person who is like successful. Let's say Instagram successful right now, like Grant Cardone. Let's say Andrew Tate. Let's
Yeah.
say, yeah, Trump. Then there's Jordan Belfort and all that. Yeah, they were salespeople only.
Mhm.
Like sell me this pen, that
Absolutely.
analogy, that trick, those mind games, those work. You know, every single
Mm-hmm.
person is a
And
salesperson. You need to gather attention in order for you to sell. Business is selling. Matlab, money out, money in is business. It's like
absolutely.
as simple as
And
that.
and the attention game is something that is not many people have said it, but not many people have said what I'm about to say. Is it's not just about the attention because anyone can create attention. वो हिंदुस्तानी भाव जैसे कुछ एकदम नेक्स्ट लेवल कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स है जो बहुत
Exactly.
ज्यादा आवाज करते और अटेंशन लेते, बट देर इज नो एक्चुअल वैल्यू दैट इज डिलीवर्ड. सो
Hmm.
अटेंशन विथ सम वैल्यू, that is what sells the biggest, and that is what hooks on to people, and that is what brings about conversions. So even Grant Cardone, he's very anti-media. He makes bold statements, big statements against the media, against the news, and at the same time he gives a lot of reasoning, man. He gives a lot of value, tips, tricks, techniques, methods, some research to back it up, and people think oh damn, this guy is knowledgeable. So along with those controversial statements which creates attention, he's also giving some value at the end of the day, right? and
Exactly. It's
that
that
is
the game has
and
been flipped
that is
towards
what helps us.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. The game has been flipped towards engagement and retentivity. If you can retain your audiences and the attention you get now, you create yourself
Right.
into a brand. You are yourself a brand. Anything you associate with becomes
Hmm.
powerful. It becomes meaningful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And one another thing that I learned about recently pertaining to this same thing is creating 48 hours of content, and that's a particular destination which all content creators should ultimately aim at. Because the moment you have 48 hours of content, and that has gone through minds of people, all the 48 hours, and all of those 48 hours of content are really really good, then you are in that person's mind for a very long time, because 48 hours is something huge
Exactly,
to
exactly,
keep a
exactly.
track of. And that is something that I'm working on. I want to create quality, high quality content of 48 hours, so that I remain in the minds of the people whenever they have a problem, especially the target niche that I'm focusing upon, teenagers.
Yeah.
they they come, look around for good products which suit their needs, and I'm
Hmm.
there to help them out. So 48 hours of content, that is the go-to.
Yeah, I mean that sounds perfect, Devarshi. Yeah, I mean like that.
Mhm.
I think this was a very great session. It was very insightful. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, let's create more. Yeah, and let's see what people think.
Let's create more. Let's create more.
Solo man, it was a
On that
great time.
note, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no problem, man. On to the next episode. Yeah.